This is Hollywood. Yeah. Never thought this thing would feel so good. This is Hollywood. Yeah. Never thought this thing would feel so good. So this is analyzing the scouting reports to see who's got game and holding down the course. As players participate, the best they emulate to outshine the great slam shut the gate. The first 360s reevaluate.
Welcome to Straight Up. I know you wonder what happened to SOAQ and Tracy. They are, my guess, along with DJ Jasmine for Collective Flow, they have something new to share with us. So I like to welcome to Straight Up Collective Flow. SOAQ, Jasmine and Ray D.
It's easy to say, hard to say. What's happening, sister? Thank you for having me.
What's up with the hat, first of all? So
you know, I had went through a Michael Jackson phase, and the oven was hot, and you know, 3/4 of my hair is unbraidable. Oh, yeah, right. 3/4 of my hair is unbraidable, so I've glued on hair and glued on a hat, and sometimes I got to take off the glue.
Okay, let's see what's underneath. Okay, there you go. So is this part of your new image? Because you do have a new CD coming out.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's really why the reason that you're here to talk about this CD, not about the hat.
It's game time,
okay.
y'all.
But the hat looks good,
yeah,
by
baby.
the way. Yeah, looks good.
It's game time, for real. The thing I know, these are my partners, for real. While I'm moonwalking, they windmilling, into his pop locking, it's getting down like that.
Busy trying to chase relics.
Indiana Jones.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna get back to the question that she asked.
Yeah, seriously, let's talk about the CD.
Serious about the CD. It's the level of maturity where I'm at now, and the audience's appreciation, love for the sound. The sound has grown up. The sound is mature. It's touching people in another way. So I understand the approach has to be a little different. So just for the fans.
So when you say mature, like that means that you grew up a little bit between the last CD that you did and this one. How'd you grow?
It's
because you're kind of big.
Yeah, but there's probably not too much room for me to physically more grow, especially my beautiful chairs that are here. Thanks, Big Cat. But what I see is the development of desire. I've been chasing desire for a minute. And where it lands is what you see at the moment. But that's not the fulcrum of how far it can go. I know it can go further. And I think that I think that I've shown to be a great student. So in that I learn. And I'm desired plus wanting to learn is the maturity level. So this album for sure, Can This Be Real? It's for the grown and sexy.
So the name of the album is Let's Be Real?
Can This Be Real?
Can This Be Real?
How many songs on it?
Yeah.
How many songs is on the album? I'm still deciding. I think it's 11. I think it's 11. A couple promos. I mean, a couple intro skits. But it's really quality music. I have so much material right now that I can actually put out 3 albums. But I wanted to pick out, you know, which one is the better of the material. So 2009, I got to figure out where I'm going, what's my theme, and what's my feel, and go with that. Big up to Joe Wise. He's been producing the album. And there's some material that has been remixed and redone over. Sometimes you get a producer whose quality and skill matches your development process. So that's a match made in heaven. And the sound is there.
Where can people go to check you out?
Well, at this moment, I have a website. And they can go to www.soulsensualsoak.com and get your groove on. And you know, it's so hard. When Collective Flow came together, it was a group of iron brandishing survivors and soldiers that could do it on their own, anywhere, anytime, drop of a dime. They could all do it and stand on their own footing. Cordially and humbly, we came together as a unit. So the things that we've done in the unit is almost like the purpose of our drive all together. That's like the big purpose. But within that purpose, there's still a lot of little purposes. Because Trady's coming out with his album.
Okay.
Kaz has the ability to come out with her album. Holly, of course, probably has 2 albums. Hazel has his album ready. But the Collective Flow as a unit,
Now, on the Collective Flow CD, the last one that was done, it was a collaboration of all those individuals that you just named.
Plus Rhea Sade.
Right. Now, on this album, the one that you're releasing, is it you as a solo artist, or is there any collaboration going on?
There's
a lot of collaboration. So who do you bring in? Like,
oh man, I want to start from nowhere to somewhere, because everybody's somebody. Let's go to the reach outs. One of the reach outs was to Hassan Salam. Anybody in the underground in New York City, they know that name, Hassan Salam. It rings a lot of bells. He was reached out to right before the project is just about done. I'm thinking he's going to tag team in. First and foremost, my brother, from another mother, from another father, my brother Trey D.
D.
I got to say that since I'm in a hot seat tonight and I'm in the room for exposing things, Trey D is on several tracks that are fire. Of course, y'all know the song Call Me, with which the Straight Up TV show has got us a lot of fame off of.
Yeah.
And the continuance of the growth of that song is out of this world. But Trey D does happen to step out of his comfort zone.
Okay.
And Trey D is featured on a house club song.
Really?
Club music. You have to pay me a lot of money not to say this, Trey D. But anyway.
Say it again.
Here you go. Here you go. Let's get deep.
Wow. What's that?
Well, Trey D formerly is, if there was a classic hip hop, he is classic hip hop.
Oh, okay.
But he had to come out of his shell, and he fought like a squirrel in a tiny cage. He said, I'm not saying this stuff. No way, Wise, I'm not saying this. So Wise said, listen, man, it'd be good. Your voice is an alternative voice. Go into the studio and just do it what you said. One take. He was amazing at house music.
Okay. And house music? Okay.
The song is called Soothing. You can see Trey D on it. Of course, it features Cascati.
Okay.
And it's a club joint that's a kind of a throwback. It has a Colonel Abrams appeal to it. People like the sound of it. It has changes, highs and lows. You can see the variance in the difference between song and song. Okay. Just Ice, he's on a couple of, he's on at least 2 tracks. The immortal Just Ice, original gangster. Big up Just Ice. Let's see who else is on. Of course, the Queen Cascati, she's on a couple of joints with her poetry, which is out of this world. Let's give it to Melvin Sparks.
Oh, he's on it also. Okay. Okay.
The Melvin Sparks. Hassan is on 3 cuts, playing that one-of-a-kind guitar, that out-of-this-world guitar. I see Laura in the audience.
I see Laura.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about Laura. Laura knows something about Melvin Sparks. Do I hear Melvin in the audience? Do I hear a big up for Melvin? Oh, they quiet over there. Anyway, but Melvin is on a couple of tracks, especially the feature track, Can This Be Real? He's also on the promo CD. And I was able to do something that's kind of special to me in my life. I was able to reach out to a brother who I have a relationship with for 22 years, Antonio Parker. When I was in Philly, he was playing with Wynton Marsalis. He was playing tenor saxophone. I called him up. In 1 hour, he sent back butterflies with saxophone all through it. So these are some of the artists that are there.